Hello, this is Paul. Welcome to the second part of Unit 8. And we do have 12 lessons altogether, and if you've been all the way up to this one, you don't have too many more lessons to go to be able to get the gist of our entire course. In the previous part, we did talk about keyboard shortcuts and how they're used, and you can use a keyboard shortcut from any program that you're working with. For example, you can be on the web and be able to open a program to write a document. And also we covered previously is toolbars, the elements of your taskbar, and be able to recognize the different items that are there. Well, we ran out of time when we wanted to get into the idea of putting a quick access bar on the taskbar, and what we're talking about here is that it is basically used over a network. What we do is I'd like to explain how I got into this. At one of my churches, they asked me to install a network. And in the office, I was working on a series of PowerPoint presentations for different songs that were to be displayed in the sanctuary. Well, we added on a large screen in there and was able to use a projector from the computer in there to be able to display the words of the songs that we were allowed to use. Now, of course, we did purchase the license to be able to display them. Everything is done according to law, and we were able to accomplish this. Regular reports was made to maintain our license as well, and complete accountability of what songs we were used were taken. So with this in mind, while I was developing these PowerPoint displays in the office, I had another computer in the sanctuary where I wanted them to have a quick access to the displays that I had created. This was in accordance with a catalog of being able to pick out exactly what was in that list and what was not included. So as an ongoing thing, I kept on adding to that list, and they were able to have a quick access to the directory where they were saved. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you how I created that quick access bar. Now, to do this, the first thing we're going to do is to go to an empty area on your taskbar located along the bottom of your screen and right-click on an empty area there. Remember, the right-click will always bring up a menu. So that's what we're looking to do, is to bring up a menu from an empty area of the taskbar. In doing this, take notice of the first item on the top of the menu that comes up is a listing for toolbars. And notice that there is an arrow to the right of the words of toolbars, which means there is a sub-menu. When that sub-menu comes up, follow the blue over to the sub-menu on either side that it might be, and go down to the bottom where it says New Toolbar. By the way, I should remind you that in selecting new toolbar, you should use the left button or the primary key of your mouse. Now this activates what is called a wizard, and in this wizard we're seeing a list of a tree of what is on your computer. Now I'm going to select by clicking on the plus sign of my computer, where I'll be able to select a drive of my choice. After opening this selection, we are able to see the different drives that are on my computer, and in this I will be able to select one of my network drives here where my files are stored. Now this selection could be either a map drive, which means it's a shortcut to a folder on my external hard drive, that is connected to my network. Or I could use the plus sign and use any directory within. Please remember that what we're doing here is to create a quick access button here for a directory. It will not select a single file, but it will select an entire directory. Now on this exercise I am selecting my computer class, which I'm going to have a selection of different files for the various lessons that I'm teaching on the computers at the Brethren Church. And take notice this has been added to my listing there on the right side of the taskbar. To open this up, take notice there's a double arrow, and when you use your left button or the primary key of your mouse on that double arrow, you will be able to open up and see what's in the directory. With the window that comes up now from the click on those double arrows, why, you'll be able to see every file that is listed within that directory, and you can select any file for a quick access. A question has come up in the class in regards to when we no longer need a quick access like this on our directory, that it's no longer usable. Well, we have a presentation now added on to this to show you exactly how to do this. Take notice that the directory I have chosen is listed on the taskbar on the bottom of my screen, and I'm getting ready to remove it. It's very easy in doing this by going to a blank area of the taskbar again and right clicking on that button to bring up the menu that we can hold the taskbar on top of the toolbars again, which is on the top of the selection, and be able to notice that there are different check marks next to the selections that come up. When I go on top of the computer class on WD Net Center, when I go and click on that, it'll remove that check mark. At that point, take notice that that toolbar is now clear of that selection. Not only that, but when I go back to the taskbar and go to a blank area of that taskbar, bring up the menu again, this is no longer listed there to be able to recall it. In other words, once it's removed, you're going to have to reinstall it again to have it back on that taskbar. Well, this completes the lesson number 8 for you. And of course, we have all 12 lessons available for you at your choosing, playing anytime, anywhere. And if you are interested in following up on giving me some comments of interest here, let me know. I would be able to make additions or update some of these presentations to make it easier to understand, or whatever suggestions you might have for me. I do appreciate the many words of encouragement that I'm getting, not only locally, but now they're coming in from around the world. And I'll tell you, this is a whole new venture that we never dreamed of only a couple decades ago. So I thank you for your listening, and when you're ready, you're ready to go on to Unit 9.